Labour Party, Papa Mama Piki, Papa Mama Piki, Labour Party. Are you obedient? Go and verify. Right Honorable Ntufam Daniel Effiong Asukwo, aka DANSUKI, the man with excess capacity, handsome man. Onowum kwanteri mabongokam. The man we need for the Senate in the Southwest Senatorial District of Cross River State. Let's go. Ebomo kugoro, ebomo kugoro, ebomo kugoro dananode. Ebomo, mami para kumongo, mami para kumongo, mami para kumongo from me. Ebomo kugoro, ebomo kugoro.
Let me also address an issue. They said when we were contesting for governor, they said take Senate. Please, for Pete's sake, I feel very insulted. Very, very insulted. As an Akampa man and as someone that paid my dues in this politics, it is an insult for any of you to sit down and hear that rubbish and take it. Who gives who what? Who has the monopoly to give who? What are we talking about? Did I come to carry a bag, Isusu, and do Isusu for you people to say I want to run for governor? People sacrifice. Let me tell you, if you do not know. So I did not go into that race to go and be given take Senate. It is an insult. It's a big insult. I will not take that. Enough of it. Please. Who is that person to give? Let me tell you the history of our politics. The only person who used to give, it's even persuasively. Those who have been in PDP, 99, you know what has happened. Those who were there in Leah's government, it's persuasiveness. They go to Peregrino and persuade people. So who gives what? They said they told him, come and take Senate. So Sandy calls me, where he's sitting with Wike, and they try to warn me. I told them, let me tell you, it is not Sandy's turn, it is the turn of the South. I will not take it. That's not my mandate. You understand? And let me also tell you, Leah and Gershom never met me at any point in time to say take Senate. I challenge you, go and ask them. None. What they were doing is passing through Uke. They will call Ayamba and say, oh, you know this thing, talk to your man. Talk to me for what? Those two people and all the guys were the ones who said, go for the contest. We need the #1 seat. I can tell you that Magiwa would not have won the Senate without the votes of Akampa Abiasa. I can tell you that Boisensho would not have won the vote without the votes of Akampa Abiasa. I can tell you that Gershom Bassey 2 times, he would not have won the election. Even Prince. What are we talking about? We should know our onions. We should know where we are coming from. That's the point. And I'm saying that we are about entering a new season. People are jumping. We will support Sandy. What are you supporting them for? Just to be appointed, the food on the table this time? What are we talking about? 65% of the state's revenue comes from Akampa. What do we get in return? What do we get? What do we get? That's the truth. Lafarge, Wilma, and all the other assets, they pay 65%. I can tell you clearly, the VAT and everything, they get about between 6 and 7 billion. So please, when we come to such a meeting, we should talk as people who have the direction, who want to do something. And in every battle, somebody must take the responsibility to go to the battlefront. I've taken it once. I'm not afraid. The Senate, the Senate, you are saying, you think that, look, the decision to go to Senate, I will tell you as my brothers and sisters, it was a decision I sat down and looked at it. What did my friends and those of us who had been working together, he knows, and I talked with a lot of people. Yes. And I asked myself, going forward, will I just go back to my business and say, okay, I've lost the governorship primary? First of all, I belong to a calling. I belong to a group of reasoning that came up back to South. We sent people there. What was the ideology? The ideology was fairness, equity, and justice. And then people like Father and someone, they say, it's not only back to South for governor, back you must get down to the root of it. Okay? So this was an ongoing thing. I went on campaign with that belief. I went, and let me also remind you, in 1998, I participated as one of the chairmen in the South that made sure that justice was served, even though we were the first casualty of that decision. All the APC chairmen, most of, plus that Sandy, he worked against APP. Do you understand? Why? Because Ayotomio was treated badly, and we had a place we were coming from. Ayotomio won the primaries, the Marian Hotel, he won. Wires used his connection and just collected it and gave it to the next person. We all came up to say, no, if this continues, then there will be no hope. We stood together. A year of blessed memories and all of them. We stood together. We worked against Donald War. We were the first casualty. That was why we could look at Donald Ibodd and say, no, you will not do this. Because we were part of the struggle. And we didn't come there beggarly. We were not anointed. We were politically, tortuously elected. That's it. So when you know your onions, you go to the negotiation table strong, proud, and decisive. That's it. So when we are talking of issues, we are entering a new season. Now we as a people, what is our interest? What's our interest? I hear people enter into places. The offers Sandy has given me, he has not given any of it. Do you understand? In my palo, blank check, blank. He said, you are the businessman, Dan, you know this thing, you have been from chairman, you always tell me whatever you want. And I told him, guys, it's not about me. It's about the people I want. You know very well that you just used, you are an opportunity, you use the opportunity of having a friend and all that. So yes, some people can say, okay, it's because of that you did not support Gershon. There was no point that was to support Gershon. There was no point. At no time there was to support Gershon. When we took him on the last campaign, the BS people that here we entered, we were campaigning, we say, Gershon, we are supporting you for this last time. After now, you support us for governor. Please, David, get am I lying?
Yeah, no, what I said.
I talk with facts and figures. So why would now, because the political leader doesn't see anything good in any other person other than his friend, whether he has capacity or not, must be governor? I cannot be part of it. Cannot. And what happened? Effiong is coming to the race because he has a penchant of not believing that Akan Pabiase is minority. We don't have the blue blood flowing. Even when my mother is from there, I cannot. What's that? What pedigree does he have that I don't have? And all the other. So please, are you not surprised that you heard I went to Donald's house, not more than once, to go and sit down and discuss? I knew from the one where he was going. But I had to show that we, from where we're coming from, we will not be used by any of you. Yes. So that's the point. That is the point. We're entering. How are we entering from? Who are our utility players we are going into the league with? That's what we're talking about. Yes. So it's not about me. You might not like me as a person. You might not like my politics. That's all right. But I can tell you, I have the guts many people don't have. I have the capacity many people don't have to take the fight. But I will also not fight. When I look back, I don't see anybody. Why am I fighting? What am I fighting for? What am I fighting for? Analyze my years of service. It has never been about me alone. Many people have benefited from me, they deny. But in our community, we know how we started, where we are coming from. We know now. It's not a secret. So it's not, when you hear people don't like DANSUKI, it's not about I have not delivered to community. It's because they expect that I deliver to them more than what I've delivered to community. I have a principle. No permanent friend, no permanent enemy, permanent interest. That brings me to a point where I believe that the first goal I have is to deliver to community before my friends, before myself. That's it. And so I struggle hard to make sure something's happening. I'm not the first man that has gone to National Assembly. I have given 180 jobs. We have our book. It's there. I know that all the federal projects you will see in Akampa and Biasa, apart from during Leo's time, that did some World Bank projects, and renovated some health centers and all that. Today, do we even have any of those things standing? Any other thing that has come, road, water, schools, health center, market, police station, what have you named them? It's from me. If you don't know, let me tell you. Gershom gets 3.5 billion in the budget every year. How much has it brought to our federal constituency? No. I used to have 2 billion in chairman as chairman of power. Go and check the budget of basic. I bring in 1.5, 1.7 billion every year to do projects. Some of it are not funded. It's not my fault. All the power projects you have in Cross River State, in the years I was as chairman power, whether it is Jaribe, whether it is Chris Agibe, all of, I give them their allocation. 500 million I shared to them. That's when you see street light transform. It's not their own, it's me that used to give them because the money was there. When I entered the National Assembly, Owen was chairman of appropriation. That's what I learned from him. Owen used to give me 100 million, give like that because he had the body. So I learned it. How much had Gershom given? I should go and be subservient to him. They told him to come and collect it. Please, nobody should tell me that thing again. I beg you. I didn't come as a slave to anybody. That slave mentality, I have never been part of it. Yes, I've never been part of it. I will not be. You know? So, for me, I think that is the focus, that is the agenda, that's my belief. I'm part of whatever.
Papa, Mama, Piki, Labour Party.